So, as I say, good morning to you all. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Andrew Cowling, and I'm the Channel Marketing Specialist at PFU EMEA Limited. For those of you that joined us at our physical launch events for the iX1500 or the virtual online platform, then you've already had a nice intro, a nice glimpse of our brand new ScanSnap iX1500 machine. If you haven't, then welcome. It's nice to be able to run you through a quick few slides on the machine, perhaps give you some idea as to the great functionality and some of the opportunities that we can help you take to market with this new model. So ScanSnap as a brand now is it's all about helping businesses become far more efficient, far more productive in the way that they work in their processes. So it's all around encouraging companies from moving away from paper-based processes to digital processes and really experiencing all the benefits that I guess being digital is going to bring and working digitally will bring. So ScanSnap has that market-leading technology. So it's really taken a lot of the learnings, the history, the technology from our market-leading FI products and has brought that down into the ScanSnap range to help customers experience that benefit who may only need sort of personal productivity devices. So ScanSnap, really the ethos of ScanSnap is around helping companies organize their documents, share that information so become a lot more collaborative, protect their business, save time and money, become more compliant. So the whole host of benefits that we all know and understand around why should companies go digital. We've got a lot of content as well that we've generated in the marketing team that we could help you plug into marketing that you're sending out to your customers, particularly maybe when you're looking at new subsets of data, for example, the office stationery channel, and why people need to start talking about the scan proposition. So, as I say, ScanSnap is all around digitizing documents. It's all around moving away from paper-based processes. The beauty of ScanSnap is how easy it is to use, how intuitive the scanner is. No one in the company needs to be an IT expert. There is no real training required. It's straight out of the box, USB plug and play, and it's just a one-button approach. And we'll look at that a little bit more later. We've now sold over 4 million ScanSnaps worldwide, so huge sales growth. It's been about a decade, I think, that we've since we first launched the first ScanSnap. So it really has become the world's favorite scanner brand. And we have, well, again, I'll look at a slide later where we have 6 models in the range now. So the ScanSnap iX1500 itself, and you'll see our nice new slides with some lovely lifestyle photography. You almost missed the scanner, but it's here. So you'll straight away notice it's white. For those of you that have sold ScanSnaps for quite some time, you'll probably remember this 500M and maybe even the S1500M. These were Mac versions. That was the last time that we had white versions of the model. But you'll see it's quite a nice move away from the current color and look and feel of the current existing ScanSnap, particularly the iX500, which is the closest that you have to this machine here. So it's staying very true to the current value proposition of ScanSnap, and in some respects it has moved away in terms of the operation and the way that you would interact with the machine. So you have 3 key elements: simplicity, control, and collaboration. So again, looking back at the benefits of going digital and the benefits of the ScanSnap brand. And it's really the smarter way that offices, homes, and particularly small teams will work. And we'll come on to the small team nature later, because that's certainly a new move away in terms of ScanSnap. So as regards simplicity, ScanSnap, the iX1500, other brands within the ScanSnap range, is all around a simple, quick, efficient process. One-touch scanning, and where we've moved away from with the iX1500 is that In the past, you would scan your documents and then choose where you want to go. So for those of you who use ScanSnap, you would typically get a quick menu that pops up after you've scanned that say, what would you like to do with that document? Press that button, off it goes. With the iX1500, you almost choose what you want to do first and then scan and off it goes. And that could be done on an individual basis, or that could be done with preset profiles. So you'd set up a whole host of profiles, scan that document, off it goes. Control, I mentioned around creating personal functions, and we'll look again a little bit more in depth at that later, but that's all around taking more control of where you want documents to go, what you want that process to be, where you want that document to go. You can then obviously search, manage, and find those documents on your desktop very, very easily. And it's really around scanning what you need, where you need, and whenever you need to, really. And then from a collaborative perspective, has a touchscreen. So you'll see an image later. So that's the first ScanSnap that has a touchscreen. So that allows multiple users now to be coming up to the machine, choosing their preset profile, and then scanning their documents, and off it goes. So this could be an HR profile, it could be an accounts payable profile, or it could be going down to job functions in general. So it could be a receipt profile to send off to an expense management system. It could be an invoice profile that would send documents into the accounts payable processes or the accounts payable department if you're perhaps scanning from a mailroom. We can now also scan via ScanSnap Cloud. So ScanSnap Cloud also comes with the iX100 and the iX500 machines. So that is the piece of software that is almost essentially routing documents. So ScanSnap Cloud will intuitively understand what's being scanned and then send that off to where you want to go to. So for example, if it sees a receipt, it will send that document off to Expensify, Concur, QuickBooks, wherever you want that to go. We're doing quite a lot of nice marketing at the moment around marketing ScanSnap to accountants who quite regularly get given bags and bags of receipts, bank statements, you name it, from their customers, and it's like, could you manage these? Could you manage our tax returns? So they love ScanSnap Cloud because they have the ability to scan these documents, particularly the receipts, extract that data from the receipts automatically, send that off to expense management software. And then there's the ability to share with colleagues, friends, and family. So that could be the machine itself, and that could also be sharing the documents. So the iX1500 difference, it's essentially 5 pillars. You have the one-touch approach, not just via the button, but also through the touchscreen. It's home for everyone. So that's what I'm saying there, is that you can have multiple users. So up to 4 people, 4 people have license within the box, but that can be extended to multiple licenses. So very different approach with the iX1500 to previous machines. You have the different levels of control, not just through the touchscreen. You can also operate the machine via an app on your phone. It adapts to you, and these we're coming on to in a minute, so I won't dwell too much on it. And then the design that really works. So the one touch, sorry if I'm repeating little bits and pieces here, but these are very interesting new developments for ScanSnap. So you'll see now you've got the touchscreen, and you'll see you've got the individual job buttons that can be created during setup. So for all your common tasks that you would have throughout the day, you can set up buttons for those. So as I say, rather than in the past scanning the document and then choosing where you want it to go, you would walk up to the machine. Right, I've got a batch of receipts, so I'm going to go up here, I'm going to click my receipt button, scan the documents, and you've got the big scan button there to scan the documents. Off they go. What will also happen within this is the recognition. So either through ScanSnap Cloud or through the preset profiles, it will automatically recognize what's being scanned and send that off accordingly. So it's a home for everyone. So this is where we have the ability now to market ScanSnap as a multi-user device. So as mentioned, it has licenses within the box that allows for up to 4 people to use the machine. Extra licenses are purchasable, so that could be a listing, an extra SKU that you would list on your platforms. So now we can have conversations within small businesses, small teams around ScanSnap and how multiple people could use this. So this could be people within a department, but it could also be multiple job roles within a company. So it could be, as I said earlier, it could go from HR to accounts to mailroom to reception, wherever that needs to go, that people can easily walk up, choose their job profile, and the colors can be changed according to the person. So blue might be for Bob, who works in the warehouse, green might be for Sue, who works on reception. So far more identifiable when it comes to the profiles. We have the new levels of control. So we now have a piece of software with the iX1500 called ScanSnap Home. It's a very different look and feel to the previous ScanSnap Manager and ScanSnap Organizer functions within previous generations. And this is a new piece of advanced software that essentially combines all the applications in one place. What I want to try and do, perhaps in a later webinar, is have more of a deep dive into ScanSnap Home, how that looks, how you would play with that, and the benefits of that. We also have a couple of workshops coming up in a few weeks' time, which is on a later slide that I'll talk about. So you can far easily review, manage, organize your documents from your desktop. And as I said, everything now is in the one place. So all your PDFs, your JPEGs, your editable Microsoft Office documents are all in the one place within ScanSnap Home. Far easier as well to tag those documents so that at a later time you can better search and retrieve those. Adapts to you. So the wonderful AI conversation and the wonderful AI technology is finding its way into the scanning hardware. I know it's very prominent within the software vendors and the software applications out there, but now ScanSnap iX1500 is really working and understanding who you are and what you're doing, what you're scanning. So it can recognize documents, send those off to where it thinks that those should go. It even suggests titles, suggests file names. So it's watching, it's learning how you are naming things, and then at a later date, it's then asking you, would you like to call it under this same format? You've scanned a new document. Would you like to scan it under this name? And of course, as with everything, when it comes to AI, the more that the customer uses it, the better it gets. So very, very clever, very, very interested in the way that this scanning approach now and this scanning model is starting to think and work with us. And then the design that really works. So a bit of a fluffy line, but we've elaborated a little bit here. It's straight away ready to go. So as soon as you lift the lid, it's powered on, ready to scan. iX1500 is 30 ppm, so slightly higher than the iX500 at 25 ppm. That scans both sides at the same time. And then what's a really neat feature with the scanner here is that you've got this, what would you call it? It's a sort of a slide guide, or so if you would imagine without this, you would just put your papers through in one batch or in batches of business cards, receipts, A5 and so on. Here with this slide guide, you attach it to the machine, and it just helps documents go through easier, and really avoids some of the perhaps the confusion when people might drop a business card over here. There's a clear space for documents to go. So that's just a summary slide of some of what we've spoken about. And that's it really. That's a very quick summary of the new iX1500. Very keen to get you content, get you more information that you can use to talk to your customers, take some of this learnings and opportunities to your existing base, but also your new data sets that you're looking at. I've got a couple more slides later on the iX1500 in terms of content, but let me quickly switch to some other slides to wrap up. You have probably seen another new machine that we launched a few weeks ago called the FI7300NX. So this is a machine that's all around web-based capture. It's all around scanning without the need for a PC. Again, we've moved to the sort of touchscreen realm where you would click preset profiles, but this can link with a whole host of systems, applications, huge opportunities within certain vertical markets. We're talking to automotive, we're talking to healthcare, education, retail, and so on. Talk to us some more about the scanner. There is a webinar that exists. I don't want to talk too much about this to take off the shine from the ScanSnap launch, but this is a very new product of ours, very exciting new machine. So I'd certainly encourage you to add this to your portfolio and talk to us about some of the opportunities that we have with this. Quick look at the current scanner range. So you'll see the iX1500 sits within ScanSnap, and at the moment sits alongside the iX500. The iX500 will be going end of life. Probably we're looking at next March, so we've still got about 5 months worth of stock of the iX500. What I would say is I think there's a couple of good opportunities here. One is your existing ScanSnap base are very used to the current look and feel of the scanning software, the scanning drivers. So for those that are used to that, they've trained up on that, they're more than happy with that, then certainly there's opportunities to speak to current existing customers about, firstly, this machine is going end of life, so would you like to purchase another one of these before they go out of stock? But of course, to look at moving people on to the latest, greatest machine, then we have the iX1500, we have the great new ScanSnap Home, and that in time will certainly supersede and become the software of choice for ScanSnap. It will be backwards compatible ScanSnap Home, so there will be the opportunity to sell licenses of ScanSnap Home for people to use on earlier machines. You'll also see the 7300NX is behind my GoToWebinar thing here, but that's down here. That essentially sits within the workgroup scanner range. It's based on the 7160 model, and as I said earlier, it's all about web-based capture and network scanning. So talk to us to find out more information. And then my obligatory slides on promotions. We are finally going to be ending our SP promotion at the end of October. So for every SP scanner sale, then you get extra bonus imaging reward points for each of those models sold. So please make sure that you register that machine that you sold, claim those extra points, and we have one final monthly draw in October, or for October, which will take place in November, and that will be for a event of events. So if you want to take your team out for an event, if you want to take your customers out for an event, then you can do so. So make sure you log those sales. We have Collateral. We have some good information around why a dedicated scanning device, because that's often what people will say. I've got a multifunction device. Why do I need a dedicated scanner? So some good content for that, and that links in quite nicely to SP. We still have our Take 5 promotion going on. This goes on till the end of October. So for every 5 scanner sales of these particular models, you can claim a gift. You can claim up to 3 gifts per imaging reward account. So I'd certainly implore you to make sure that you've got multiple people within your company with an imaging reward account, because each person can claim 3 sets of prizes or 3 prizes. But the main and most important thing here is please email the concierge service to say what you would like. We will not automatically give you a prize, because if you've sold 5 7480s and you've sold 5 S1300Is, you may not be too amused if we give you the prize for 5 S1300Is. So please make sure that you email the concierge service for each prize and tell them what you would like. We have a number of products on bonus points for the rest of October. So again, please make sure you're logging sales. You're having a look at which machines are on offer. because that's the way you're going to really rack your points up. We have also relaunched our Japan trip incentives. So this was very successful at the start of this year, and we ran the trip in June, and that essentially involved taking partners out to Japan for a business / dream trip to Japan. Every product that is logged within the Imaging Rewards platform gets a raffle ticket, and that raffle ticket then is put into a pot and drawn. I think it's probably going to be in May next year for a whole host of partners to be able to come to Japan with us. The good thing about this is if you've got customers, if you're a distie on the call today, or if you're a buying group, for example, and you have customers who say we only sell 1 or 2 machines a month, we're not interested in Imaging Rewards, it's going to take us 6 years to get enough points for an iPad, then this is perfect for them, because even with just 1 product sale, there is the potential to win. The incentive is weighted, so for different products you get different number of entries to the draw. So this will be automatically done through Imaging Rewards. So you log your sale, you'll automatically get your tickets. So there's no need to do anything further. A couple more slides. As I alluded to earlier on, we have 3 knowledge stream events coming up in the UK in November. This will be a deep dive into the new iX1500 and the new FI7300NX. So very good opportunity to really look into the software, look into some of the functionalities, have a play, have some live demos, question and answer sessions. So there will be an email going out about this probably tomorrow with a registration link. So keep an eye out for that. If you can come, great. It's a really good way to see the new machines. And then my final slide is content, and how can we help you get these products live on your website, but also how can we help you market this information out and tell your customers about it. So the key URL is imagingchannelprogram.com. That's where you will find toolkits for the products. You will find material that you can co-brand for the products. But we also hold content at syndication houses. So I work with WebCollage, CNET and IceCat, and they hold content relating to all our product range that you can automatically tap into. It's as simple as putting a code, the manufacturer's part number on your website, and that will pull information across once you've got that link in place with one of these syndication houses. So talk to me about whether you're interested in doing this, which language you're interested in obtaining, and I can help hook you up to that language. It's a great way of getting automatic content that's also automatically updated. So if anything changes, then you'll then get that fed through. We'd also love to help you if you manually update your site. So if that's the case, then contact us, contact your account manager, and we'll be able to provide you with rich content for these machines, videos, brochures, imagery, and so on. And then the final question is also where do you get your content from? So we work with these 3 companies, but if we have enough partners that say I get my content from X Limited, then we're more than happy to start a relationship with that company and make sure that they have the best content available. So again, please let us know. But yeah, we'd love to help get you the products live, and then we'd love to work with you around getting that marketed out there. So getting banners up on your website, getting communications to your customers, and so on. So please, again, contact your account manager and say, I've got some ideas. What do you think of this? Here's the rate card, bang, away we go. So please let us know. Huge opportunities for both these 2 new machines, and should be a very exciting next few months as we start ramping up the business on those. So thanks as always for listening. This webinar will come out on an automatic link to you tomorrow. So if you want to share with colleagues, then keep an eye out for that. And thanks as always for joining me. Cheers, bye.